Welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a super cute vintage style Easter egg decorating DIY to show you. So as you know, I usually upload my videos on a Friday. Don't worry, I still will be doing that, but I had a super organised weekend. I got all my craft stuff all organised in these little food bags, and I just really thought, right, I need to do something, I need to make something. I just felt like in a really creative mood, and I had already bought these polystyrene eggs from the pound shop. So out came the PVA glue. Now I just watered it down slightly, probably more than I needed to, and I made probably too much. And then I used this old book of music, and I just basically tore it into little pieces. I think this first piece was probably the biggest piece. I did start with the larger egg, so I just got one large egg in this packet. The rest was small and medium. So I started with the large one, and then I just basically brushed on the watered down PVA glue, and then carefully just stuck on the old book pieces. Now I think the trick is with this to make the pieces not too big, because they end up just wrinkling and it's harder to bend them around the corners, and then also overlap them, and then they kind of glue onto each other so they don't slip about. So this was quite fiddly, and although this DIY is just really, I'm decorating 3 of these eggs, 3 different sizes. I did actually go ahead and do this, cover all of these eggs in the music paper. I was just in the zone. I just felt in a creative mood, and I was chatting in the kitchen, and just before I knew it, I'd done the whole lot. So it doesn't take that long. And then it took a couple of hours to dry in the radiator. So I've covered all of these, but like I say, I'm going to just concentrate on 3 different sizes to show you my DIY. So first of all, for the largest egg, I wanted to cover it in this ribbon, but it was too thick, so I cut it into this thin strip here. So I basically cut the thick ribbon down the middle. So I did fray a bit, but once it was all done and dusted, it was fine. So I cut 2 lengths so I could wrap them round. So I kept that to keep the top nice and neat. I glued just a tiny dot on the top, and then wrapped it round the top first, and then put the cut end at the bottom. So this is just obviously my hot glue, which, to be honest, I would be stuck without my hot glue gun. Although you do get bits of glue kind of like that you have to put, like kind of strands of glue that you need to just keep pulling off now and again. But it's well worth it, because I just wouldn't be able to do half the things I do, not on a video to show you, if I didn't have my glue gun. Anyway, so that is that bit done. And then I just done the same with the other bit, and I just wrapped it around the egg and glued it on the bottom. So 2 pieces just wrapped around. I just really fancy doing gold and green for some reason. This Easter plate that you can see there that I was getting from TK Maxx kind of made me feel like I wanted to do it. And it's got like a chick on, which is slightly golden looking. So I think that's what made me feel like I wanted to do like a vintagey gold and green DIY. So I'm just using a wooden peg there. That's just really handy for pushing things on, so you don't burn yourself with the glue. So that's it, quite simple. And then something a bit different. I mean, I use bits of broken jewellery often in my vintage DIYs, but I don't usually use the chains. So I just glued a piece of chain around one of the bands of ribbon. I didn't do it around all 4 sections, just one section like that, just to make it look a little bit different. And it's not bright gold, it's like a vintagey gold. And then I had this little key, which is just I think it's off a charm bracelet, and I just glued that on the front. I think it looks super cute. So that's the larger of the 3 eggs I'm going to be showing you. So next, for the medium-sized egg, I mean, it does get fiddlier as it gets smaller, but I did just keep the green ribbon the full width on this one, and then just the same as I did with the other one, just glued one end down, waited for it to dry, trimmed it off, and then glued the other end down. So it's been a little bit colder lately here in England, northeast of England. So inevitably we get more like mice coming in the kitchen and what have you. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you our dog spotted a mouse, and we caught it and let it go. So next, I just wrapped a piece of twine around the ribbon area twice, and then just tied it into a tight little knot in the back, and then just trimmed off the ends. I'm ahead of myself. Trimmed the ends off, and that was that. And then next I had an old earring, which was a little gold butterfly, So I just pushed that in. I didn't really need to glue that. I just pushed it in the polystyrene. And then finally, so this is getting trickier as the eggs are getting smaller. So finally, for the smaller size of the eggs, I just glued a piece of the green ribbon around, so the cut ribbon, so I'd cut it in two. And then I got some twine, and then I just threaded on a little button. Is it a button? Like a button with like a hoop. So I just threaded that onto the twine, and then just tied the twine around it. So the hoop bit of the button just pushed in the polystyrene, so I didn't have to worry about that standing out. Cute, huh? So that's my 3 little super cute vintage style DIYs made out of cheap polystyrene eggs, which I've got loads of left. This is just 3 of, I think I've got about 20 altogether. So I hope you've enjoyed me sneaking in this little cute video. I will obviously be posting a video on Friday. So last night our dog literally let us know there was a mouse under the sofa. So we went and got a mouse trap, like a humane mouse trap, of course. Don't get me started on that. And then I just popped it where she'd been looking. And then within 5 minutes, I went back to writing my blog. It came back. Within 5 minutes, there was a mouse in the trap.
Look at this.
Look. Please tell me I'm not the only one that looks at a mouse before they release it. The dog's not interested. She really isn't interested. She knows it's in there. But once, it's almost like she knows that we move these out the house. So she always lets us know they're there. But yeah, she's not really interested. She just wants to go to bed. So I'm so glad this happened last night and that the mouse wasn't stuck in the trap the whole night. So she gets a little bit of praise off Andy as well. Although Andy's the one that's going to have to take this down to the farm because I've got my pajamas on. So good night. So thank you so much for watching my video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I shall see you again on Friday. Don't forget, you can read more about my DIYs over on my blog, miniandmore.com. I shall leave a link down below. And please subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and help me get up to the 10,000 subscribers mark. I can't wait. Bye.